We rolling.
All right, we want to give all praises to Yahweh.
Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone, who we will. Shalom to the hopefully elect brethren out there pushing this word in truth and sincerity. All right, brothers out there doing this work and laboring and not wavering. You know, shalom to you, brothers, along with the 1/3 as well, which consists of the women and children who are going to hear this word and be and really believe and be engulfed in doing their will, being in their lot to seek salvation from Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. All right, shalom. And Lord willing, we can edify the body and the sheep of Yasharallah, because that's what we were put on this planet to do, man. Okay. We're here to edify, and we're here to do our will, because this is the least we can do.
That's right.
You know, this is the least we can do. We supposed to reading, meditating, doing all these type of things to be found in the good wills and the good graces of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So we got to do, as much as we can, and do all. You got something?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to 2nd Ezra chapter 6, and I'm gonna go to 8 first. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born, of him Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. So that's telling you that that one day that the people of the Edomites are going to be captivity in the near future, which is going to happen. And I'm gonna go to 6, and then I'm gonna explain something. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it. Then follow it, because that's the time we're in. Like, okay, like at today at camp, I held the World War III sign, and these Edomites come by. They up there cheering the sign for World War III, and I'm looking at them. I'm like, you cheering for your own destruction, and too fucking stupid to realize that shit. But we're glad that it's happening, because we know it's the end of your kingdom. Not just you Edomites, but all you other nations that put us in captivity. Because he that leadeth in captivity shall go in captivity.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? And so these Edomites up here being proud, and now I got the World War III sign. This not a good time for you at all.
No, that I was thinking the same thing, brother.
Okay. But that's about it. Okay. I know y'all got something.
I got something real quick. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 10 and verse 8, and it reads, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches gotten by deceit. And we know that this is talking about Esau, because in the book of Isaiah chapter 26, it says that lest righteousness be shown to the wicked. They still won't do right. And roughly paraphrasing, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. And just like the brother just brought out in 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 8 and 9, Esau is the end of this world, meaning and the world meaning the time. His rulership is over, and Jacob is the beginning that followeth. Because the promise was given unto Abraham, down to Isaac, unto Jacob, and Jacob's offspring, and it stopped right there. You so-called Negroes, you so-called Latinos, and you so-called Native Americans, man. The kingdom is about to be translated onto y'all. But 2/3 of our people are not going to get it, man.
That's right.
I got this. This is Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. Mm-hmm. If not, where and who is he? Yeah, I brought that out because it says, they brought it out. The brothers brought it out that one kingdom shall be translated to another.
That's right.
And when it says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, you have to do a search and see whose hands is the earth in right now. Who is making all the legislative laws?
Yes,
who's in control of the money system, education system, and everything? And then once you realize whose power that's in, and the earth is controlled by, that's their kingdom. That means they can do whatever the hell they well please. And if it said the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, then you got to be like, damn, that's the wicked. Okay, right. Who is the wicked? The so-called white man, Esau, Idumea, all Edomites. Okay, women women, men, and children. So guess what? The kingdom is gonna be a translation. It's gonna be a translation of kingdoms.
Yep.
Okay, it's gonna be an upside down of kingdoms. Meaning what? The position you got now is gonna be totally downgraded to the very bottom. And who's at the very bottom? Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. So we gonna be at the top.
That's right.
Okay, that's gonna be that transition period. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want to accept it now. You turn a blind eye to it. You cover your eyes and you just walk on by. But that's the reality of the fact. You in denial that your kingdom is going down. You can't do nothing to stop it, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Got something? Somebody got something?
Con, I had something because what the brother just brought out. This is Isaiah chapter, and any one of you brothers can break it down. This is Isaiah chapter 10, and I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, "Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed." So come, that's woe unto you so-called Edomites, man. And the rest of you heathens that write unrighteous decrees, man. You make up bullshit ass laws to keep Jacob oppressed and to have your foot on Jacob's neck, man.
God.
But that word woe means destruction. So destruction unto you, man.
God.
That's right.
Read two, brother.
Isaiah chapter 10 and verse 2. Bible Kashab, break it down, brother.
God.
To turn aside the needy from judgment and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey and that they may rob the fatherless.
God. And that's us in a nutshell. Because the lowest of all people are the blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans.
That's
Where
right.
are we at? The blacks are always in the ghettos. It's like it. The Native Americans are in the reservations, and the Mexicans are in the barrios.
That's
You
right.
know, we always in the ghettos of these worlds.
That's
While
right.
the rest of the world's living fat, licking our wounds, taking
right.
our wealth out of our hands and place it in their hands. You know, place it in their community.
Bible Kashab, I got a precept for you real quick.
Come with it.
Because of what the brother just said, this is Jeremiah chapter 10 and verse 25. And it reads, "Pour out thy fury upon the heathen that know thee not, and upon the families that call not on thy name." That's talking about all you heathen nations, starting with Esau on down. But this is the point. For they have eaten up Jacob and devoured him and consumed him and have made his habitations desolate. What does the word habitation mean? It means to dwell. So just like the brother said, the so-called Negroes are in the ghettos. The so-called Latinos are in the barrios. And the so-called Native Americans are on the reservations. And that's a precept for what the brother just quoted, man.
And God, and every law y'all passed, or every what is it? Every decree y'all made
God.
with the Native American Indians, or with us, y'all went off on it.
They broke it.
Y'all broke every last one. You
And
want
that's
to know
scripture.
you want to know the world with which nation had is the most wicked? It's the one that had the most laws. And y'all
Wicked
have
laws.
y'all make bylaws on top of your laws, so y'all ain't gotta follow through with the law that you just wrote. You know, fuck this place. I just can't wait for this place to be over and done with.
I got a precept to that. What
Come
you
on.
just brought out. The brother just said that y'all have broken every law that y'all have decreed. This is the book of Psalms chapter 55, and I'm starting at verse 20, and it reads, "He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him." The so-called Native Americans tried to make peace with y'all. The Reubenites tried to make peace with y'all. And continuing on, he have broken his covenant. So, you so-called Edomites, as well as you other heathens, because I don't let y'all, when I say Edomites, I mention the other heathens too, because
That's
all
right.
y'all have been, y'all were conglomerate, y'all were confederate against it. The scripture, let me bring this, that's right. That's
I got
right.
a precept. Just because you
All right,
said
bring
that.
it out. It says, he have broken his covenant. So Y'all broke every peace treaty that y'all had with our brothers, the Gadites, with our brothers, the Reubenites, even with the Judites, man.
Okay.
But I'm gonna let another brother take it, man.
Okay, Psalms 83:1. Keep not silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace. Be not still, O power. Lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
Khan.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. And we are the hidden ones.
That's right.
You know, y'all, all these other nations think we small in number, but if we get together, we larger than all of y'all motherfuckers.
That's right.
We just small over there where you at. But when we get gathered together all together,
That's right.
we the majority.
That's right.
Y'all the few.
Because they like to say that the blacks are, what is it, 13th, only 13% of
Yeah.
population.
Oh, in
Things
America.
like that in America. But when you do your little census laws and shit, but you don't take into account about the people who don't really know that they're Judah, such as the confusion of faces, and people who don't, their line goes really down to Judah, because the Judah is an extremely nation that's heavy populated. You know, what I'm saying?
Judah's all over the globe, along with other
Exactly.
tribes.
Okay.
Exactly. So all the whole statistics you like to downplay, as far as us being the smallest. How are we the smallest? But we have the most increased with violence, shootings and killings and murder and breaking and entering and all this type of shit. And we the least. That's because, hey man, first we under the curses,
Okay.
and then you set a trap for us after you enslaved us, you damn devil. You know, and then you study putting stumbling blocks against our people for us not to proceed in this your wicked ass kingdom.
Peace
Then
out.
you like to say, oh, look at them doing all this wicked shit. You know what I'm saying? They're heathens, they're beasts, which we don't agree with 2/3 what they do. They don't agree with the Lord. They don't believe in the Lord. But Esau, man, has a big ass hand in the downfall of the earth itself and the people, man. You know what I'm saying? And I got a precept. This is Amos 1:9. Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Tyrus, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they delivered up the whole captivity of Edom and remembered not the brotherly covenant. So Esau, man, he doesn't keep any covenants. He didn't remember the brotherly covenant.
That's right.
Who? Because in reincarnation, Cain and
That's right.
Cain and Abel, Cain slew Abel and told the Most High that he didn't even know what was going on, man.
Right. Am I not thy brother's keeper? And
Sure.
listen,
Nah.
Esau, you had Cain, who is the progenitor of Esau, you had a smart ass mouth. And was like, you told the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, am I thy brother's keeper? Hell yeah, we are brother's keeper, man. We're supposed to exude brotherly love amongst the brethren who are doing this work, man, in all truthfulness and sincerity, man. So like it, I didn't.
No, because Esau, man, you broke in the covenant with your brother, because we're brothers to Edom, but you ain't brothers no more, nigga.
That's
You know what
right.
I'm saying?
That's right.
You broke the covenant, you know, and you broke the covenant of Native American Indians, man. You know what I'm saying? So they hate you, and the whole world hates you, and you breaking the covenants of the heathens to this day with the laws you got set up with them.
Kind.
You know what I'm
Peace
saying?
out.
Go ahead, Dora.
All right. Deuteronomy. It's they all on here. There's 3 of them. From Deuteronomy 32 and 8 all the way down to 10. Okay. When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds.
Yep, kind.
Yeah, he said the bounds of the people accurate
According
to the number of the children of Israel.
Khan, the Most High, just to expound on that, the Most High is the first racist, man.
That's right.
We separate. The Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6 says that ye are a special, roughly paraphrasing, ye are a special people unto the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. The Most High said he put you gooks in one area, you Edomites in one area up in the caves, you stinking, like the brother always say, doo eating Africans, you Hamites in one place. Go ahead, Axel.
Deuteronomy 7 verse 6. For thou art a holy people unto the Most High thy power, and the Most High thy power had chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Go ahead.
The Most High did not set his love upon you, nor chose you, because you were more in number than any people, for ye were the fewest of all people.
Khan, but the point was in chapter 7 and verse 6. You know, the Most High chose us among all the people on the face of the earth. But Bible Kashai continue on, Dawad.
Okay, I'm going to go to number 9
Khan.
of 32 of Deuteronomy. For the Lord protect.
The Lord's portion.
The Lord's portion is his people.
That's right.
Jacob is the lot of his inheritance.
Khan. And in Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 19, it tells you whose the Lord's inheritance is, man. Matter of fact, I'm going to get that real quick. Because what do the scriptures say? One thing you learn when you come into this thing, precept must be upon precept. So real quick, I'm going to grab this. This is Jeremiah chapter, and it's also in chapter 10, but I'm getting the one in chapter 51, Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 19. The portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things. And Israel is the rod of his inheritance.
That's right.
And the Lord Yahweh of hosts, which hosts his armies, is his name, man. So, Khan, we just bringing out precept upon precept, man.
Okay, got the last one. He founded him in a
desert land.
What'd you say?
Desert land.
In a desert
In
land.
a desert land, and in the waste,
howling
wilderness, he let him about. He instructed him. He kept him as the apple of his eye.
So Khan,
because the 12 tribes are the apple of his eye.
That's
and
right.
right quick, I want to say that the Deuteronomy chapter 32 and 8, you can match that with Isaiah 44 and 1. You can match that with also in Revelation 7. It said he had numbered them.
That's right, 144,000. Khan. Bring it out, brother.
This Psalm 147 and 19.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yep.
He showed his word unto Jacob,
Classic.
his statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
That's right.
Verse 20. It says, He hath not dealt so with any nation. As for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord. Because you got to think about it. Who did Moses give the law, statutes, and commandments to? The nation of Israel, man.
That's right.
Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans.
That's right.
Come on in, brother.
Come on in. Shalom.
Because
hey, get right here. Yeah, come on. Bible Kashai, please. You the guest, brother. That's right.
I brought that up, and too, I got another precept because, man, no matter what, you like to talk shit and downgrade us and laugh at us when we're in our lowest estate. But still, the Lord chose us, man.
That's right.
Because we at the bottom, this doesn't take the fact that we got the birthright still.
That's right.
We still got the birthright. This is Lamentations 2, and I'm gonna start at 14.
Oh yeah.
It says, "Thy prophets have seen vain and foolish things for thee, and they have not."
It's like it, the false prophets.
All
Right, the ones prophesy in their own heart instead of prophesying the words of Yahweh Bashim Shah.
That's right.
The true prophets, Yahweh Shemashah can give them word.
Con.
Yahweh Shemashah
barrier, firepower.
Yahweh Shemashah give you word. You know what I'm saying? That you a false prophet. Because what you gonna teach? Outside of lies and vanity. Okay.
That's right.
You prophesy of things you know not. Okay. But the true prophets, all right, was always revealed. Okay. Because what they prophesied about came to pass. Okay.
That's right.
That's right, brother.
It say, and they have not discovered thine iniquity to turn away thy captivity. But
That's
have
right.
seen,
It's like it's it's like soothsayers. All right, or Isaiah 30, they prophesy smooth things. All right, and they ain't telling you, hey, you messing up, so to speak. Okay,
Con.
you need to turn from your wickedness. You need to turn from your wickedness and turn back to our power. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua.
That's right.
Go ahead, brother.
It say, but have seen for thee false burdens and causes of banishment.
Mm-hmm.
It say, all that pass by clap their hands at thee.
Yeah, that's the heathen. All right, you got the Ishmaelites. They got the corner stoves. All right, you got they got the gas stations. You got the East Indians. They got fried chicken places.
Yeah.
You got Moabites. Got all the dog. They serving fried pit bull and shit.
They making fun of you,
Come.
you know, because there was a video from Detroit, and there was a Ishmaelite man that was recording the people that came in there.
Come.
He was making fun of them, you know, calling them little monkeys,
Yeah.
you know, and posting it to Snapchat or Instagram. All right, and it made the news, and he got in trouble for it. You know, so this isn't something that they just do for fun. They really mean that shit, man.
Come.
You know, and that's part of them clapping their hands and wagging their heads.
Yeah.
You know, laughing at us. These other nations love the fact that we're in the position that we're in.
That's right. They do.
They profit.
The scripture says you Moabites, you Ammonites said, aha,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
aha. Yep. Look what's happening to y'all.
Watch what they say in this precept. Continue on that. They gonna say that in this precept.
Okay. Come.
Watch this.
It say, they hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem.
Come. Look at proudly at us. You know,
Yeah.
talking shit. You know,
They
not knowing that the Most High gonna redeem us. Okay.
Mm-hmm. They do little tours and shit around the hood and shit. Look at them, you know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying? Little laughing and shit.
That's right.
Oh, Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter. The
Yeah.
strangeness of their salvation.
That's right, brother.
You know, kind.
Come.
Because they ain't looking for these guys that they consider, just like even amongst our people, man.
Mhm.
They wasn't looking for Yahweh Shai to come out of Nazareth, which
Yeah.
was a ghetto.
That's right.
You know, so how much more so these heathens? You know, these brothers that are coming out of the ghettos, who they look at as look down on,
That's
who
right.
they look at as being uneducated. You know, we don't talk the proper English. All right, we
That's
talk with slang.
Mm-hmm.
They look down on us, but here it is. We're reproving them. They look at us as unlearned and ignorant men, just like Acts 4:13.
Come.
You know, but then on top of the fact that we're reading out of Bibles, you know, they don't take us seriously because they think that we're just niggas, like we're nothing.
Come.
It says, is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty?
Hey, that's what they saying. They look at us.
God,
And is this the Lord's people? Is this God chosen people? These guys out here that's sagging and shit,
Right.
you know, into all kind of niggerdom, you know,
mm-hmm.
that's walking down here, don't know nothing about himself at all.
Turning up,
God, he's
sipping
homosexual
lean,
and
codeine.
shit.
Right.
Yeah, he's supposed to be the Most High's son, but he's a homosexual and shit.
Mm.
All right, the women are lesbians. Okay,
Whores in the street.
that's right, brother.
Yeah.
The daughters of Israel, he might have them. Okay, like we said earlier, you know, when we down the highways edges, you know.
Oh, you need some Doritos.
That's right. That's right, brother. And some Cheetos.
And some Fritos.
That's right, brother. Hot Cheetos and tacos get you in there.
Some better made.
Go ahead, all right.
It says, the joy of the whole earth.
Enjoy the. That's you best believe that.
That's right.
No matter we in the Lord's state right now, but we still enjoy the whole earth.
That's right.
Dude, why you think that people want to play sports? I'm talking about the other nations, okay? They want to play sports because Jake plays sports.
So you got Edomite kids that say that they want to be like LeBron James.
That's right, man.
That's
You know,
right.
they ain't saying that they want to be like Dirt and Whiskey.
Larry
You
Bird.
know? Or yeah, they ain't saying that. Matter of fact, I don't even know no fucking Edomite players' names, man.
That's right.
Right. I
You
don't.
know,
either.
Jake get all the shine and
All
all
the
the
shine.
sports that they playing
That's
there.
right, brother.
That's the reason why they don't want Jake being a part of hockey.
Yes.
Even though you got
It's a
some
few-
Jake
That Jake-
hockey players, man, that are pretty good.
And then
Yeah.
Jake, you brought up, Ms. Lockett, what you brought up about hockey, okay?
Jake
The
created
Washington
that
Capitals
sport.
just won the Stanley Cup, okay? And that Jake the reason why they won the Stanley Cup. That motherfucker is great. The one that got the racist and death threats to him all since he's been in the league.
Yeah.
All right, but they won and got that far because of that
You
Jake.
took baseball. You took
that's what they
basketball.
talking
the
You
Negro
took
League.
football.
Hey,
You're not gonna take the NHL.
they said that to the brother. They said, isn't there a roster spot for you on the Heavy Haste squad or something? Okay, because them Edomites hate that we the Israelites and we outshine them. Okay,
That's right.
all right, that's Jake for you, man. We're the salt of the earth.
That's right.
We're the lively stones.
That's
You want even when you want to party, you go to the Israelite party. Because though it be a lot of shootouts and shit
The
right there,
Israelite party don't stop.
that motherfucker be hyped, okay? A lot of nigga shit go on in there, but still Edomites come over to Jake party.
Well, you got young Edomite women, that'll venture over into the
That's
hood
right.
and they'll go to party with Jake.
They want that.
They want to hang out with rappers, hang out in the studios, and then they get turned the fuck out.
That's right.
They want that king size nigga, brother.
Yeah, next thing you know, they look like
BBC
Bad Barbie. What's her name? Bad Baby. Yeah.
BBC on they fade 5.
Yeah. And we ain't talking about the British channel.
That's right. We talking the BBC. That's right, man. That's
We talking about the
BBC is
BBC.
real BBC.
Black Conscious Crew.
That's right. I got a precept.
Go ahead, Slack, yeah.
Okay, Slack.
Precept, please.
God.
It said, all thy enemies have opened their mouth against thee.
God.
That's right. Y'all Lord's people. Look at y'all, man. Y'all piss poor. You ain't got shit. We over here. We getting rich off y'all. All right. Y'all buying our gas. Or y'all buying our fake ass jewelry. You're buying our fucking silicone hair and human hair. Let's show you how low of a state that we are. The hair business alone is a multi-billion-dollar business. Okay.
And Esau uses that.
That's
He
right,
used our condition and the curses that are upon us to benefit him and his society. Because he know, according to Deuteronomy 28 and 49, that we shall go to our oppressors for one of all things.
And the heathen,
And the heathens know it as well.
That's right.
That's the reason why they ship their goods here to America, because we sold. And who's buying up all of those things? It's Jake. Because they're under those curses. There was a recession in 2008, and the so-called black man slowed down on spending.
That's right.
The so-called white man slowed down on spending. The so-called white woman slowed down on spending. You know who was still spending the most money? It was the nigga woman. And guess what she was spending it on? I ain't even got to tell you, man.
$1 billion.
It's going to be the time of Jacob's trouble, and this bitch, the only thing she's going to be worried about, she ain't worried about all the commotion and chaos that's going on around her. What's she going to be worried about? That goddamn hairhead, man.
Let me say this too. If I may,
In pajamas.
If I may, the word niggardly, all right, that term came around in the early 1900s, okay, when Jake was doing good. Jake, namely of the Southern Kingdom, they came out, they was having Black Wall Street going on, Rosewood, and all the wealthy places where Jake dwelled at. All right, the word niggardly come from Jake being stingy with Esau. They would scarcely refrain from doing business with Esau. He was jealous of that. Yeah. That's the reason why Esau came against you and destroyed that shit. But it was the most I will anyway, because this is captivity. You're not supposed to enjoy captivity. This is our reproach, okay? But the word niggardly, okay? Now here's an Edomite said to me in my job. He told me, don't be so niggardly with the adhesive spray. Yeah, he was trying to be racist and shit,
Oh, a devil?
Yeah, fucking devil. Edomite motherfucker.
Because
he's a devil.
He's a shit motherfucker.
Yeah.
But I laughed at him. You know why? Because he couldn't even be racist in a discreet manner. And we on the job, you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
But niggardly came from Jake not wanting to do business with Edomites over here.
That's right.
You look that up, brother. All right? They came from the early 1900s. Jake, they won't fuck with Esau over here. They was even doing business with Esau, Edomites over across seas in other countries. Because Jake economy was booming. Jake owned everything, just about planes, cars, banks, you name it. All right.
Well, wherever Jake go, they tend to take over.
That's right, brother.
Jake was doing that back in the 60s.
That's right.
You know, they were doing that here, but Esau had to find a way to mess it up.
Yeah.
You know, he introduced crack, man.
That's right.
You know, he introduced hardcore drugs in our society, which everything Esau does to us, it bounces off of us and it goes back on him.
That's right.
All right,
Precept, Pop.
but shit, back in the 60s, back in the 50s, when did Black Wall Street happen?
Early 1900s.
The early 1900s, man, and that wasn't the only movement that was going on. There was other ones as well.
That's
And Esau tries his damnedest to try to stop us from thriving.
That's right.
And that's how you know that this is Egypt all over again.
That's right.
You know, what did Pharaoh say? He said that lest they multiply and the war break out, you know, and they join our enemies and fight against us. You know, so let us go ahead and put them in affliction. And what did they do? They put us in affliction. And when they complained to Pharaoh, they said, "Oh no, you be idle. That's the reason why you're complaining. You ain't got enough work to do."
That's right.
What is Esau always telling you? Go back to work.
That's right.
Going back to work, in my mind, it doesn't work this way in the nigga's mind, but that means that go back to being a slave, man. Because that's all you are in this society. But Jake was thriving in this society, and Esau messed it up, man. I was thinking about during the time after 70 AD, when the Arabs were going on a conquest and they conquered Egypt. You know, they conquered the Holy Land. You know, they took over the Holy Land. They took over a bunch of different places in that region. You had Jakes that were living in the Arabian Peninsula, and Jake became very rich and wealthy. And you want to know why? Because they brought cultivation into that area, which at a specific time, it only dealt with a livestock. So they were able to grow herbs, plants, food, and they became rich. Jake, when they go places, if they're not under oppression, man, Jake thrived, man.
That's right.
That's right.
So that goes to show you that the hand of the Most High had to be upon us, you know, in this state that we're in right now, to make us low. And what did he do? And he allowed Esau to oppress us.
Joseph in Egypt.
God, Joseph in Egypt, man. Hey, why? Because, like the ox said, we're the salt of the earth, and also Jacob is the former of all things.
That's right, Jeremiah.
You know, so we make good inventions, you know, but the Most High intervenes and makes certain things happen so that we can be brought down low, because his prophecy has to be fulfilled.
That's right.
That's right, brother.
I got a precept.
Go ahead.
Okay, Deuteronomy 30:7, and the Lord thy power will put all these curses on all thy enemies.
That's beautiful.
And on them that hated thee, which persecuted thee.
That's right. Hey, that's you know, all the curses we went through. Like you know, the brother just discussed some of them.
But shit, you got Edomites that are getting strung out on opioids now. They off the oils, man.
That's why it's a big deal now. Because see, when Jake was on that shit heavy, which he been on it for decades on that shit heavy. All right, but you know they ain't give a. That's right, brother. That's right. And now that a lot of Edomites is on the streets and they're all fucked up. Now you saw want to cry foul, and he tried to take it out on who? Jake. He ain't taking that out on the fucking red piece of shit behind the pharmacy.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's whipping that pharmacy up in that pot and putting it in the prescription form.
That wish.
He want the so-called Negro on the corner
Because
the so-called Latino on the corner. Okay,
That's right.
You know why? That's witchcraft. And even though he saw the top witch, you know, you Jake's not supposed to get in this stuff.
You're not supposed to get into it.
because the Lord don't suffer witch to live. Okay.
Yep. Esau will make opportunities, because Esau is the one that's putting those drugs out there, and for Jake to get a hand of it so that he can sell it to his people, because really he puts those things out there to destroy the Israelites. But everything that he does backfires on him, and it begins to affect himself.
That's right.
You know, and that's the Most High making his devices to fall upon his own head.
That's right, brother.
You know, because Esau, in the transition that we're going through, we're coming out of the curses, and Esau is going into them.
That's right.
Go ahead.
So that's part of the curses. Because you get these Edomites that are strung out on these drugs, they guess what? They start to lose their jobs. You know, their relationship between their families grows sour. All right, they lose, they get divorced from their wife. All right, the custody of their kids get taken away. You know, they're on the street. They're begging us for money.
Yep.
They're begging us for change, man. So these curses are leaving us, and they're transitioning unto these Edomites as this kingdom go down. You know, these you do got a bunch of jakes that are selling those, and the Most High is going to deal with them.
That's
Because
right.
the scripture says that we're not supposed to get into witchcraft.
You
You know, we're not supposed to be dealing with pharmakia.
That's right.
You know,
Okay.
so the Most High is going to judge them. But Jake is selling a lot of these jakes. They're selling those pills. You know, they're selling different kind of drugs, and they're growing rich. You know, they're getting these old school cars. They're
That's
getting
right,
these new
brother.
cars. They're driving around in fancy ass shit.
By way of
You know, they're living good. They got houses in the suburbs.
Mhm.
You know, and Esau is coming down real low.
Esau know. Esau know what you Jakes is doing. You ain't got that damn car or that nice ass house off a hard, honest job.
Yeah, working at Walmart.
That's
No.
right, brother.
Okay.
Finish what you got, brother. 'Cause
Uh-uh.
you know, it's the truth, man. You can't deny that, okay?
Brother,
The last
talking
thing worked a hard day of life, really. Outside of us being on the plantation, all right, whether it's a cotton or sugar field, okay? Go ahead, brother.
I got wisdom something 5. And then shall the righteous man stand up in great boldness before the
That's
face
right.
of such have afflicted him.
Come.
And
And
made
who afflict us, brother?
all these
Esau.
nations.
Sorry, Esau.
Come.
All right.
Because all these other nations is getting rich off of us.
That's
Because
right.
if the black people start spending money in this global market,
So-called
y'all shit will fall.
so-called black people.
That's right, brother.
Yeah, kind. And
Oh well, they show you in that movie Spook That Sat by the Door. You know, they were talking about why don't we just lock the city down? Actually, like get rid of them and exterminate them.
Mhm.
And he said we can't do that because we shut down the south. I think he said the south side of Chicago last week, and in the city almost collapsed. You know why? Because Jake holds pretty much the majority of the positions. You know, in these jobs that are out there.
That's right.
You know, they're the bus drivers. They're they pick up the trash.
kind.
You know, a lot of the things that you count as low level jobs, the ones that are holding those jobs are Jakes, man.
That's right. Yeah,
The shit they don't want to do.
God, if I remember right, it was like 35-36% of Jake that was unemployed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that lets you know right there the majority of Jake work. You know what I'm saying?
God, yeah, Jake worked. You know, Jake got
God.
jobs, but they don't have jobs that Esau esteems as high jobs. You know, but they're still equally as important
That's right.
because they help this system go. You know, you got all of them damn black ass people, black ass nigga women, so-called black ass nigga women working the cash registers at Walmart, man.
Kind.
You know,
You going?
God, the word witch, you know, was the Hebrew kashap, which means let me read it real quick. It says to practice witchcraft or sorcery. Use witchcraft or sorcerers. That's what you do when you put that was originally, you know, a coca leaf. Like in ancient times, you know, if you had any pain or something, you would take that leaf. You know,
you just put it in your mouth.
you
You know, you wouldn't add chemicals to it.
the scriptures tell you how to take the herb by mouth or the green plant by mouth, the botanicals you call them today. Take the little piece, and your body, you know, will take what it needs and discard the rest. But when you get, you know, that same organic plant for pain, and you put chemicals in it, and you induce it with those chemicals, well, it's highly concentrated now. And it can cause all kind of things to happen within your spirit, and it can also cause you to you bring it out. And it can cause you to be out yourself.
Demon.
All right, that's witchcraft. Make you come out, and spirits come up on you. Go ahead, brother.
This is the etymology of pharmacy.
Mm-hmm.
It says a medicine from Old French, pharmacie,
Mm-hmm.
a purgative form from medieval Latin pharmacia,
That's right.
from Greek pharmakia, use of drugs, medicines, potions, or spells, poisoning, witchcraft,
That's right.
remedy cure from Pharmakias,
Mm-hmm.
preparer of drugs, poisoner, sorcerer, from pharmakon, drug, poison, filter, charm, spell, enchantment, meaning use or administration of drugs is attested from C1400s, that of place where drugs are prepared and dispensed. So the key words in there is what? I mentioned enchantment, it mentioned witchcraft, it mentioned sorcerer. That's what you're dealing in if you're selling drugs, man. So Esau is the bit. Matter of fact, doesn't it say in the book of Nahum, if I'm not mistaken, they call it the mistress of
Babylon.
That's why I had to hold on.
kinds.
Read it, Nahum 3 and about the fourth verse.
Because the same shit Esau would incriminate people for, he's doing it himself.
Yeah, that's why I brought this logo up.
Kind.
Because you see what's on movies with what? Powdery blue stem.
Cauldron, yeah.
And this right here, okay?
If I may
This
say,
is Walgreens logo. You say this is witch's pot with the proof stem.
Yep.
Okay.
what happened with the alcohol prohibition?
Oh yeah.
Esau was fighting against his own self because you had them making moonshine.
That's right.
And Esau wanted to tax the moonshine. He wanted to make money off of it. So what he did was he warred against his own people, until he made it illegal. But then he turned around and started selling and legalized the sale of alcohol. Why? Because now he's in control of it. He did the same thing with marijuana. So he's doing the same thing with drugs, man.
That's right, brother.
With these hardcore drugs, these hallucinogens, these drugs that
Spirits.
cause enchantment, that cause these different demons to enter into you and take possession of your body.
That's right.
So here it is. You're on one side, you're selling the same shit, but if Jake does the same thing, then you demonize them as breaking the law, man. Which both of y'all are wicked because you're not supposed to be dealing in that.
That's right.
Buyer and a seller. Even Kanye West said that shit. I was on opioids and shit.
Yeah, that nigga.
That was political. That was political.
Yeah, that nigga, man.
That was straight up and down.
That's a whole other topic in itself.
Yeah, that was political. Because he's sucking Donald Trump's dick, man.
God.
Faggot.
This is Nahum 3 and 4. It says, because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts, that selleth nations to their whoredom.
If I may,
Through her whoredoms.
that's been revealed, okay? What's the number one land we can get prescription drugs?
America.
What's the number one land that got about, I think the news said about 90% of people in America are addicted to prescription drugs, don't even know it. Because
because they putting it in the water.
That's right, brother. But they put the word prescription on it, they think it's all right.
Mm-hmm.
But the base and the root word is drugs, okay?
Yep.
It's still drugs. And these drugs that the pharmaceuticals have, all right, the pharmakia, they're worse than the ones on the street corners, okay?
God.
Because the street corner can't have all the chemicals they got in the pharmacy to concentrate them drugs and make it highly intensified and to induce you into a person that's not even yourself, okay?
Yep.
But the pharmacy got that shit, okay?
Yep. And where do they discard those drugs that they don't want anymore? Do they just put it in an incinerator and burn it? Hell no, they dump that shit in the water, man. So you got all of these different prescription drugs that they're dumping down the water.
Right. That's right, brother.
Hey, that's the reason why, and to show you that a lot of people are struggling on opioids, I want to say that was San Diego. They were saying that the clams, I believe you sent it in group chat, the clams were testing positive for opioids. Because people taking the opioids and then pissing in the water, man.
It's in families.
So guess what? That's the reason why scripture say in Revelation 11:18, the Most High will destroy them that destroy the earth.
God.
That's plain. All right, that's plain. Finish what you got, brother.
It's
You
in families through her witchcrafts.
Instead of family through a witchcraft. Even a little kid, a slut. So you got a little kid, a child's supposed to have all kind of crazy energy, because they're a child. But what did Esau do? Esau convinced you that he got ADHD, so you can put him on this narcotic, put him on this drug to calm him down. So your kids, okay, they only, like the brother mentioned, they're getting drugs through the water. They're getting drugs by their mothers. It made it the Israelite woman. Oh, he got ADHD. I'm not paying.
Listening to you.
You stupid bitch.
Stupid bitch.
Your kid need to go to rehab at 7, 8 years old.
God.
He's so fucking far gone.
And she's feeding them with all of that high fructose corn syrup.
Oh,
That's
man.
right.
Say the least.
That's another drug too.
That's right, bro.
They get this motherfucking ADHD because you do these what's that shit? These motherfucking inoculations for diseases and shit, and that shit have mercury in it.
You talking about like vaccination and shit?
Yeah, the vaccinations.
Yeah.
And the ADHD comes because our skin holds in mercury longer than the motherfucking crack ass kids.
Mhm.
Right.
And you know, hey, that's a true testament of hatred for you Jakes, man.
Yeah.
But you always turn and face and salute Esau like he's some great man. Esau's your enemy, man.
Yeah, because he's telling
like
you
the apostle, Slug. I ain't
You got
got y'all.
you
The apostle Ricard made a great video I watched the other day. All right, you're supposed to hate. You're supposed to be the spirit of hate. All right,
That's right.
hate these fucking heathens. Start with Esau. Hate all these 2/3, man. Because the 2/3 are our enemies.
That's right.
They're not crying and sighing for all the abominations to be done and missed thereof. They're not crying and sighing for righteousness not being executed in the land of our captivities, wherever we may be. They just enjoying their wickedness. That's right, brother. That's right, brother. And they not fearing Yahweh Shabbat as we are.
That's right.
They're not going through what we going through in the faith, is it?
Can I grab two real fast?
Go ahead, brother.
All right, this is the first one is Amos 1:11.
That's right.
All right, because this devil is the same devil that's been since old. All right, and the scripture says that he keep his wrath forever.
That's right, brother.
All right, that's the reason why when you go into the book of Esther, Esau was trying to destroy Haman, which his bloodline goes back to the Amalekites. Were trying to destroy the nation of Israel.
Okay.
You know, that's the same reason that Esau is pumping your children up with injections today.
That's right.
That's the reason why he's giving you all of these different drugs, man, for you to get addicted to. That's the reason why he's putting chemtrails in the air, defiling the food, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, pushing on your